anti-Semitism. Globally, collectively, we'll continue to mobilize and demand an immediate ceasefire, an end to the siege in Gaza, and an end to the occupation. And you know that the majority of the people in Britain and across the globe stands with us. We hold you accountable on Gaza. We hold you accountable on every life lost. We cannot advocate for non-violence with a government that's carpet bombing our people, while you're silent and complicit. Today's victims could have been saved by the ceasefire that you so shamefully abstained to. Did the Palestinians have to die to find the peace that you couldn't help offer? We refuse to let you water down the atrocities of this genocide, of these war crimes. We will not be desensitized. We are not statistics. You do not get to put a value on human life. One life killed is already one too many. But we will not stop showing up for Palestine. The world may seem so full of hate, but there is so much love and so much humanity. You just won't find it at 10 Downing Street. Rising in love is rising in resistance. Thank you all for standing up for Palestine.
Free, 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 free. Enough of us in a million. Enough of us in a million. Thank you, Lujain. As Lujain said, Israel killed more than 100 journalists from Gaza who've been our voice and eyes there. So our next speaker will be a journalist. She originally from Gaza, but she lived here in the UK to tell us about what's happening in Gaza more. Welcome, Rima Rakhawi, please.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for being here. When I was asked to speak, I said, yes, I want to do, of course, from Palestine. But I spent hours staring at a blank page, trying to gather my thoughts, trying to overcome my fear of failing to reflect my people's enormous pain. It is indeed a huge responsibility being given a platform in the UK here to talk about my people. Gaza, Ahl al-Azza. I know I have so much to say, yet no words to describe our utter pain, sadness, disappointment, and rage. But to explain myself clearer, I would probably like to talk about a little girl from Gaza. One of the videos I watched, one of thousands of videos, struck me really hard. It was this little girl who was rushed to a hospital in Gaza after being rescued from under the rubble. Alone, with no mother by her side or a father to tell her that she's going to be okay. Alone and desperately, this girl tried to comfort herself by asking the doctor, and I quote, Ammu, Ammu, meaning uncle, uncle, is this a dream? Please tell me this is a dream. I want to tell this beautiful girl that I swear you're not alone. I wake up every single day from the sleepless night saying to myself, was that a dream? Until I check my phone and I know that it's not a dream. It is a nightmare that will keep haunting our humanity forever. Like this little girl, I'd rather if it was a dream, because I still fail to comprehend that 85 days later, the world has failed to stop a genocide against innocent people with nowhere to go. Innocent people who were for decades occupied, seized, tortured, and stripped of their freedom and every right to live a dignified, normal life. I guess part of me is still clinging to the belief once I had about human rights and international law. But let me say that witnessing the appalling double standards, selectivity, and blatant hypocrisy discredited everything the international community had claimed to establish and defend. The dehumanization that has been fed by the negligence of the international community shattered every delusional thought I once had that the world is a fair place. We are gathered here today again to call for a ceasefire with heavy hearts and the determination to end the genocide. I know that ceasefire after 85 days won't give the orphans their parents back. It will surely not heal the pain of every mother who lost her child, or every dad who cried like a little baby by the side of his dead little child body. But it's never too late to put an end to a ruthless genocide. It's never too late to give our kids the hope for a brighter future and a normal life. They're not asking for much, are they? I'm also here today to say out loud, we are so sorry. To Gaza's innocent kids, we're sorry the world has failed you over and over again. To every mother, we are so sorry you had to bury a child after the other and bear the unbearable pain. To every Palestinian man, your life is so worthy. Even if the international community had chosen to neglect it or labeled it unworthy of human rights, your life is worthy. Your life is important. You're a father figure. You're a surgeon, a poet, a scientist, a teacher. You are Khalid, the soul of the world's soul, who taught us all real humanity in the midst of its darkest and lowest point. Single-handed, Ya Khalid, you have managed to erase a stereotype that was unfairly imposed on you without doing a thing. Oh world, if you only knew Gaza. If you were lucky enough to get the taste of its generosity, kindness, resilience, strength, and its unshakable faith, you would have known how devastating it is to see the destruction of every corner. But let me tell you all, we're not going anywhere. And our Gaza will be rebuilt again. Because you can kill us, you will never be able to kill our souls, our identity, and our cause. Thank you all. Thank you for everyone who came, not just for Palestine, for humanity, for justice, for freedom. Thanks to all Palestinians who held their heads up high in the midst of the most difficult times. Together, we stay stronger. Together, we say, ceasefire now, free Palestine. Thank you so much.
Free, from the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. From the sea to the river, Palestine forever. From the sea to the river. From the sea to the river. Brick by brick, wall by wall, Israeli apartheid has to fall. Brick by brick, Israeli apartheid. Brick by brick, Israeli apartheid. Brick by brick, Israeli apartheid. Free, 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 free. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is up! Israel is up! Free, free! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! Viva, viva! It's all right. Thank you. Free, free! Our next speaker is Dr. Anas Takriti. He is the CEO and founder of Cordoba Foundation and former president of Muslim Associate in Britain. 20 years ago, he chaired the 2 million march against the war in Iraq and calling for freedom for Palestine. So please welcome Dr. Anas again. Thank you.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. It's a great pleasure to be here with you today. And in the next few minutes, what can one say amid the carnage created by the apartheid Zionist killing machine that is called Israel? With every fallen soul, there is a story. With every wounded, there is a tale. Hundreds of thousands of stories have emerged over the course of the past near 3 months. Stories of devastation, stories of brutality, stories of inhumanity, stories of murderous genocide on the part of the Israeli occupier. But on the flip side, Gaza has taught us thousands upon thousands upon thousands of lessons. In fact, Gaza has taught the world countless lessons that outweigh the courses and the diplomas and the certificates that we might pay thousands of pounds for in order to learn self-development. We have learned the true meaning of life. We have learned the true meaning of courage. We have learned the true meaning of steadfastness. We have learned the true meaning of patience, of perseverance, of principle. We have learned from Gaza lessons that can never, ever be taught in any university or academy anywhere around the world. And for them, the martyrs, the wounded, those left behind, suffering homelessness, suffering the loss of their entire families and bloodlines. For those, we stand here today, and we will stand here every single day if need be. We will continue to stand for Palestine, for freedom for Palestine. Whilst we call today for a ceasefire, make no mistake that the ceasefire is the very first point that we are calling for. This must never return us, a ceasefire must never return us to what was before the 7th of October. Gaza must be free. The Palestinians must be free. Israel must be called to account, and the criminals that took part in committing this genocide, in committing this crime, must be taken to account, must be seen as the criminals they are. And to those who sit across the road in Downing Street, our message is, your stand every single day of the past 87 days has been despicable, has been reprehensible, has been repugnant, and it speaks not of the British people, the overwhelming majority of whom have clearly, unequivocally sided with the people of Palestine. Palestine is not a cause for us to demonstrate or to hold vigils or the such. Palestine is about humanity. Palestine is about us. Every single time a Palestinian is killed in Gaza, part of us and our humanity withers away and dies. We are Palestine. We are Gaza. And this government does not represent us. It does not speak for us. And by the way, just before I move on from this point, neither does the despicable opposition and Keir Starmer. And they must know that all of us here and millions up and down the country will neither forget nor will we forgive. They will all be hauled before us as the criminals they are, as the criminals that they were culprits in every single death in Gaza over the course of the past 3 months. And my final word is to our media. For far too long now, our media has been peddling lie after lie after lie. For so long, the Zionist narrative, for some reason or another, has been perpetuated as the truth. But now, because of means other than mainstream media, people are realizing the reality and realizing what the truth is. All of a sudden, millions of youngsters who my generation thought that we needed to educate about the reality of how Israel was created, how Zionism came about, how the Palestinians were driven out of their lands in 1948. Now, those millions of youngsters educate us after they have realized what was hidden from them, from the education curricula to the mainstream media. All of a sudden, my dear brothers and sisters, brave Jewish voices from across the world are coming forth, denouncing Zionism, disavowing Israel, claiming and standing strong alongside the Palestinians. And that is a game changer. That is a game changer. For those youngsters are the leaders of our country and countless countries around the world. Things are changing. The message to politicians, to the media bosses, and the editors who are scared to convey the truth, we say, change is coming. Change is coming. And we are that change. Free, 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 free. Thank you very much.
طيب بدنا تحية لعمي أنس. تكبير تكبير تكبير. ومن المية للمية، من المية للمية، فلسطين عربية. من المية للمية. No, when I say من المية للمية, you say فلسطين عربية. من المية للمية. من المية للمية. تكبير. Free, free. Free, free. All right. When I say hey, you say ho. When I say, no, sorry, what? When I say hey, you say hey. When I say ho, you say ho. And then we all say the occupation has got to go. Say hey. Ho. The occupation's got to go. Say hey. Ho. The occupation's got to go. Say hey. Ho. The occupation. The occupation. The occupation. Say hey. Ho. The occupation. Now can I get everyone from start moving inside, inshallah. Jazakumullah khair. Please, quick. I'm serious, quick, please. Everyone. Free. While you're walking, come with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Even you man in the back, can you please start moving inside, because you're blocking the traffic way and the police are getting pissed and we don't want that. Jazakumullah khair. Yalla. Bismillah. Free. Occupation is a crime. Free Palestine. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Free. Viva. What do we want? No. I'm done with asking for a ceasefire. I'm done with it, because we've been asking for a ceasefire for 80 bloody days. It's ridiculous. We want justice. We want an end to the occupation. We want true justice. We want everyone who is involved and complicit in the occupation to be put under the actual international court and be put under the trial of what it is that they have committed as a crime. So what do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Can we please start moving down? I've asked you already. Allah يخليكم, please. جزاكم خير. الله يخليكم. يلا please. وانتم كمان اللي ورا الله يخليكم يعني فوتوا لجوا شوي هيك. ايوه, come in please a bit. All right. What do you want? That's ridiculous. I can see hundreds of you here. I can hear like 10 people over here. What do you want? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? What do you want? When do you want it? No justice! No justice! No justice! Occupation is a crime! I might as well get off stage because that was ridiculous. Occupation is a crime! Occupation is a crime! Free! Jazakumullah khair.
Thank you, Taha. Our next speaker is Loki. He is a British Iraqi hip-hop artist, academic, and political campaigner. He is a patron of Stop the War Coalition and the Peace and Justice Project founded by Jeremy Corbyn. He is also the advisory board of the website Declassified UK, which investigates the activities of the British Ministry of Defence and Intelligence Services. Please welcome Loki.
Thank you very much. Thank you. When I say long live Palestine, I want everybody from the front to the back to say back to me, long live Gaza. Are you with me? This is for Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the child that is searching for an answer. Wish I could take your tears and replace them with laughter. Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Despite using the most technologically advanced methods of killing people, Gaza still stands. Despite bombing hospitals, schools, churches, mosques, Gaza still stands. Despite killing journalists, teachers, doctors, educators, ambulance workers, Gaza still stands. Despite Benjamin Netanyahu, Yoav Gallant, Benny Gantz, Joe Biden, and Rishi Sunak armed against them, Gaza still stands. And we say this message clearly to the occupants of that building over there. When you kill the people of Gaza, the West Bank, South Lebanon, they are us and we are them. When you pick a fight with Gaza, when you pick a fight with Palestine, when you pick a fight with Al-Quds, when you pick a fight with Lebanon, when you pick a fight with Yemen, you're not just fighting with those countries. You're fighting with Pakistan, you're fighting with Algeria, you're fighting with Iraq, you're fighting with Turkey, you're fighting with billions across the world. We are the majority of humanity. The majority of humanity stand with the Palestinian people. They do not stand with Benjamin Netanyahu. The majority of humanity see Palestinians' resistance as a right under international law. We are with them. We are with the Palestinian will to live and to survive. And what we have to remember in this country is that when two women are sniped by the Israeli military in a church in Gaza, the components for that sniper rifle were provided by the British government. Sniper rifles have been sold by this country to Israel. When you look at the Apache helicopter, which bombs ambulances in Gaza, let me tell you, it's not simply a case of that Apache helicopter coming from a US arms company. No. You have the radar systems, the navigation equipment, the fire control systems, and even the engine assemblies are made in Britain by British companies. We look at the F-35 that Israel uses to bomb Gaza. There are 100 companies in this country, based in this country, that work on the F-35, that provide components for that contraption. From BAE Systems to Rolls-Royce to GE Aviation. And what about the F-16? The fearsome F-16, which has failed to subjugate the people of Gaza. The targeting technology within that contraption is made in Britain by BAE Systems. The HUD technology that is used, those experts are signed off on by the business secretary in this country. Now, Britain is a signatory and a ratifier of the Arms Trade Treaty, which states clearly that you cannot export arms if you have any reason to believe they may be used for violations of international humanitarian law. Britain breaks its own laws. It breaks its own laws by exporting arms to Israel. Now, Britain has a secret military agreement with Israel signed in 2020, which it refuses to make public. We do not know the full details and implications of that deal between the British and the Israeli military. But what we say now, on the back of what is happening in Gaza, we need to know the details of that deal. Make it public. To those within the Ministry of Defense, the former Defense Minister Ben Wallace, that have spoken out against what Israel is doing in Gaza, we say to you clearly, make the details of the deal public. We must know there is a public interest to know the details of that deal. Now, Britain has several military bases in Cyprus, from which it has organised flights back and forth from Cyprus to Tel Aviv, around a 40-minute flight. Those flights have increased exponentially during the war. Those planes can carry military personnel. Those planes can carry military equipment. Why has Britain had flights back and forth from its military bases in Cyprus to the occupier entity. Why? Explain that to us. On a daily basis, for the first month or two of the war, this was happening. We also have evidence that the United States have been providing Israel with weaponry from that very base, from that British military base in Cyprus. That is a material way in which Britain is involved in this genocidal war against the people of Gaza. What we also know, according to the former British ambassador to Uzbekistan, Craig Murray, British intelligence based on the base in Cyprus are intercepting the communications of resistance factions in the region and feeding it back to the Israelis. We know that the NSA, the US intelligence agency, is also based on that base and shares details on a daily basis with the Israelis. This is not just an Israeli genocidal war against the people of Gaza, but also a wider regional war against the region. It's a British and a US war more than it's ever been at any point historically. And imagine, during the war, Britain sent an extra 500 soldiers to that base to assist with what Israel is doing. Britain mobilized the R1 Shadow spy plane over Gaza. For what reason? You have to remember one of the specialities of that plane is target acquisition. What is the extent of British involvement in what we are seeing? So ultimately what we have to do is find ways in which we can, number one, work out what exactly Britain is involved in, and number two, how we can stop Britain doing that. You have had Elbit Systems, the largest Israeli arms company, have 10 sites in this country, but it doesn't anymore. It only has 8 sites in this country. And you know why? Because people in the communities around Elbit Systems went in and shut down those factories. And you know what else? Off the back of those acts of direct action, we saw the British Ministry of Defence cancel £280 million worth of contracts with Elbit Systems. We have a moral and legal obligation to shut down Israeli arms companies active in this country today, now, as soon as possible. So when I say long live Palestine, I want every single one of you, from the front to the back, to scream so loud that they hear you all the way down in the Israeli embassy in Kensington. This is for Palestine, Ramallah, West Bank, Gaza. This is for the crowd that is searching for the Nazca. We shall continue tears and replacing with laughter. Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Thank you very much. Peace and love.
Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! I'm going to say, stop arming Israel. You're going to say, stop bombing Gaza. Stop arming Israel! Louder for 10 Downing Street. Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Stop arming Israel! Brick by brick! Israeli apartheid! Brick by brick! Israeli apartheid! Brick by brick! Israeli apartheid! What do we want? When do we want it? point at 10 Downing Street when you say this and use every bit of rage in you to tell Mr. Prime Minister to stop arming Israel. Stop arming Israel. Stop arming Israel. Stop arming Israel. Shame on you. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak. UK government. UK government. Louder, this isn't enough rage. There's a lot more rage in all of us here. UK government. Rishi Sunak. UK government. Rishi Sunak. Keir Starmer. Keir Starmer. Rishi Sunak. Stop arming Israel. Stop arming Israel. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Brick by brick. Israeli apartheid. Viva, viva. Viva, viva. Viva, viva. Viva, viva. Viva, viva. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. Free, free. Free, free. Thank you all for being here today.
Thank you. Let's not forget why we are here today. We are because Palestinians and people in Gaza suffering. They've been killed, people wounded, no medical assistance, no medicine, nowhere safe. We shouldn't normalize this. So our next speaker and last speaker will be the journalist Ibrahim Khadra. He's a British living here in the UK and born in Gaza. He will talk about his experience when he's watching the hospital where he was born is being demolished. The university is being bombed. The stadium when he played football is being destroyed. So please welcome Ibrahim.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for gathering here today as we come together once more in solidarity. Allow me to draw your attention to the profound reason for our continued presence here. It's not just for Gaza, it's not just for Palestine, it's for humanity. We all share a common bond, irrespective of our background or beliefs. For the past 85 days or more, we have witnessed actions by Israel that breach fundamental human rights. Imagine the pain of seeing places you once cherished being destroyed. And start from the hospital where I was born, Al-Shifa Hospital. The university from which I graduate, Al-Azhar University. The stadium where I used to play football. And what they did to stadiums. They now found a new function for stadiums as arenas to humiliate and torture more civilians in front of the world. The mosque where I used to pray, my home as well, filled with childhood memories. Worse yet, they have torn families apart, leaving us in a perpetual fear, and yet governments remain silent. Rishi Sunak government turn a blind eye. Shame on you, Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak. Rishi Sunak. They have failed to offer support. They have failed to offer support or aid in reuniting us with our families, which is the least they can do in such dire circumstances. The devastation in Gaza touches us all. It's evident what Israel and its allies are banking on. What? Banking on silence. They hope for the word that turns blind eye, a word that forgets. But we remain. But I will ask a question here, please. Will we remain silent? Will we remain silent? Will we let them continue without consequences? Will let them continue without consequences? Our voice will resonate stronger than ever. Stronger than ever. Free, free. Free, free. And please don't be tired talking and posting and sharing the truth about Palestine. Don't be tired, because they all need us. They all need us. We have to tell them that they are not suffering alone. We have to be the voice of the voiceless in Gaza and the whole Palestine. And my message, finally, to Israel and anyone support Israel. You can't say never again while committing a literal genocide. You can't bring up the Holocaust while detaining Palestinians, including children, and in concentration camps. You can't say you are the victim while you are bombing every hospital, bakery, journalist, and child inside. You can't say self-defense while your kids are writing their names on rockets being plastered toward other kids whom you turned into orphans. You can't say you are protecting anyone while you killing them or killing everyone, killing the humanity inside us. Thank you very much for listening. I just want to say a couple of words in Arabic, guys. أنا ولدت في قطاع غزة في مستشفى الشفاء. من المؤلم جدا أن نرى هذه الأفعال تمر دون حساب، تمر دون عقاب أمام الملأ. هذه الأفعال ما تقوم به إسرائيل تخطت حدود غزة، تخطت حدود فلسطين، وصلتنا إلى هنا، وصلت لكل أنحاء العالم، وصلت لكل أنحاء العالم. نتحدث عن معاناة لم تبدأ منذ 7 من أكتوبر، بل قبل ذلك بسنوات. وعني أنا كتجربة شخصية، ولدت في مستشفى الشفاء، حيث كان هناك منع تجوال، ووالدي اضطر إلى قفز سور المستشفى حتى يراني في المهد عند بداية المستشفى. من المؤلم أن نرى ما الذي حل في مستشفى الشفاء الآن من اقتحامات، من تدمير، من فقدان لأقل المواد الصحية التي يمكن أن تداوى بها جراح المصابين في غزة. المنزل الذي عشت به في غزة، المسجد الذي كنت أصلي فيه في غزة، الجامعة التي تخرجت منها في غزة، قصفوا كل الأحلام. They destroyed the dreams of us, the dreams of so many Palestinians. We're not talking just about 25 people killed. We are not just numbers. They are killing the dreams of Palestine in Gaza. And we have to keep these dreams alive. We are strong, and we will be strong and stronger than ever. Free, 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 free. Thank you. Takbir! Takbir! Now I want everyone to put their fists in the air, put their flags in the air, put their placards in the air, put whatever it is that you're holding, or your fist, or a peace sign, or the one, put it up in the air and say it with me. The people united will never be defeated. The people united. The people united. The people united. In our thousands, in our millions. In our millions, in our billions. In our thousands, in our millions. In our millions, in our billions. Free, free. 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 What do we want? No. I can hear you man at the front, but you man at the back, I know you can hear me. I can't hear you. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? Now I've asked you before, and I'm going to ask you again. Everyone that is on the left side over here, can you please, for the love of God and for the love of Palestine, can you please move up over there? Thank you very much. Jazakumullah khair. Free, free! Free, free! Brick by brick. Israeli apartheid. Brick by brick. Israeli apartheid. I want the echo of your voices to vibrate, that the 10 Downing Street bricks are vibrating themselves. Brick by brick. Israeli apartheid. Brick by brick. Israeli apartheid. The people united. The people united. The people united. Now next Saturday, no, not next Saturday, in 2 weeks, Saturday the 13th of January, we're going to be marching, and I want more than what I see here. I want more than the 1 million people that marched previously. I want more people than there has ever been, and I want everyone to bring themselves, their families, their friends, their neighborhoods, their streets, everyone that they know. And if you're not coming, you are in some way, shape or form either working, which you're excused for, and I'll allow you, or you're slightly complicit because you're not supporting it. So it's either one or the other. Either you're excused because you got work, and I rate it, it's fine. The struggle is real. Yeah, like the London cost of living crisis is ridiculous. But at the same time, if you're working, tell someone else to go in your stead. Yeah? In our thousands and our millions. In our millions and our billions. In our thousands and our millions. In our millions and our billions. The people united. The people united. Occupation is a crime. Free, free. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. Now I leave you with this. Like I said, on the 13th of January, we've got a march, and I want every single person in London to be there. And if you're not there, it's okay. I forgive you. But please try. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Thank you. We were supposed to have Sister Ruba Hussein come speaking today from Gaza, but one of her family, unfortunately, being killed. So to honor all of the people being killed, we will fall in silence again for 2 minutes. Thank you. Thank you all for standing in solidarity with Palestinians. Free, 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 from the river to the sea, from the river to the sea. Please join us to promote the 2 global actions. The first one tomorrow, it will be the countdown to ceasefire. Please join your local celebration for the New Year's Eve. And at the time when it starts counting, once the counting is finished, we will shout, ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now! Ceasefire now!
Please use the hashtag countdown to ceasefire. Please promote it, tell your friends, your family, and join with the action. And the next action will be the Global Day Action for Gaza. It will be around the world at 12 o'clock in local time in each country. Millions will join the streets to call for a ceasefire, to call for a freedom for Palestine. So please come here to London to join the national demonstration for Gaza. Free, 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 free. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. From the river to the sea. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Israel is. Israel is. Thank you. Thank you again. And that will conclude our rally today. I will express my thankful for everyone here to coming today, for calling for a ceasefire, and to show our solidarity with Palestinians and people in Gaza. Thank you. Thank you for making the way to come today. As we disperse, please maintain the spirit of peace and unity. Please refrain for any further demonstrations. This action is finished today. Thank you, and be safe when you go home. Thank you very much.
All right, I can already see some people leaving, and that's beautiful to see because the protest is over. So, Jazakumullah khair, thank you very much for coming. You've been absolutely amazing. Don't forget to continue to chant on your way home from when we're here. So I'm going to start you off, and while you're walking away, just carry on with it. But keep walking and keep talking. Free, free. While you're walking, yalla. Free, free. Free, free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clear up the space. Yalla, let's go. Clear up the space. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Everyone go home. Free, free. Free, free. Free, free. Occupation is a crime. Free, free Palestine. Occupation is a crime. Occupation is a crime. ايوه كل واحد بيتك يلا روحوا. السلام عليكم ورحمه الله وبركاته. Thank you.